What's up, guys? Starting off this video, and usually I've got a lot of complaints about the roofline and the visibility in the Supra. As you can see, the wacky shadow being casted on my face. I don't have my sunglasses today, and it's actually convenient that the roofline is so low, I don't need sunglasses. Because this entirely blocks all the sun, and the window is just like this little narrow slit. It's basically like you're driving an F1 race car. Alright, welcome to today's video, guys. We are heading to the bolt store to go get the bolt that I messed up on the Evo and a new tap. And I'm gonna use that time to make some test hits in the R32 and see if we've got it running better now with the new belts. This little memory card thing, it's a data logger from ECU Master, so when I press it in, it starts a new log, so I'm able to exactly isolate which pulls that I want without having to scroll through an entire log. All right, so to follow up on those pulls that we did in the Skyline, it does appear as if the car is still a little bit lean, so I'm gonna have Jamie add a little bit more fuel to it. I don't know if that's because of weather or if maybe there's some sort of change or something going on with the car, but it's around like low to mid 12s, which is a little higher than I'd like it for safety, especially with drifting. Other than that, the no lift shift is better, but it's still hitting around, say, 40 pounds on no lift shift. Not enough to blow the spark out, but it's still a little bit more aggressive than I think it needs to be, so I'm gonna see if we can make some more tweaks. But if it is, let me know, because I'm constantly always like looking at logs and data and stuff, and if it's interesting, I can very easily put it in videos. So anyway, we've got two pulls right here. Or I should say one pull with 2 gears. So you can see with no lift shift, the peak that we saw for pressure was 53 pounds. This was yesterday. With absolute pressure, we'll subtract 14.7. So that's really like high 30s, like 38, 39. But the problem is if you go down here, this little green line, this is our AFR. And if you look right up here towards the high end of, I don't remember if this was 3rd, 4th, or 2nd, 3rd. I think this is 3rd, 4th. Towards around 6 grand. We started getting pretty lean. If you see, we hit 13 for our AFR, which is not good. Starting to get in the dangerous territory. Not so much on the 85, but it's definitely not good for the engine. So then I was trying to think what could have caused that. So if you guys remember, we had that belt slipping. So if you look at that black, that's battery voltage, and you'll see right where it started going lean, battery voltage dropped down below 11 volts. So what that'll cause, then we can go up and we can look at fuel pressure, which is this blue one. And you'll see, right when we went lean, fuel pressure started falling off quite a bit. So we were like somewhere in like the 95, like high 80s. And then right when we had that issue, fuel pressure started dropping to the low 80s and even dipped in the 70s. So it's kind of a cool analytical tool. Obviously, I physically knew that the belt was slipping because I could smell the burnt rubber. But if, I don't know, for some reason you couldn't, or you're having some sort of weird alternator failure, very, very useful tool to be able to look at data and kind of backtrack to see what's going on. I used to not be a fan of standalones just because it kind of overly complicates things, but when you have these crazy builds with a lot of money into them, it's very nice to be able to use them as an analytical tool towards keeping everything safe and making sure it's running as good as it can. I picked up a tap and die that was just like one size bigger than, how do I even open this thing? One size bigger than the bolt that I messed up, so I can finish the Evo and get that thing off the lift. I've been waiting for the sun to go down because the way that the shop is, if you way past a certain time of day, you get all the shade back here. So that way I can wash the car without having to worry about sun. Because believe it or not, I've actually never washed the Supra. Only Chris Larson has when he did the correction and the coating. So I'm gonna give my baby her first wash. How cute. I got stuff to do and I'm running super late and I'm gonna miss that stuff, and I can't do a lot of stuff that I want to do today. I want to film that montage that I keep talking about, but I spent way too long watching this thing. But look how unreal it looks. It's the first time I've even gotten to really see it clean after the correction. It is unreal. Look at this thing. So hyped on it. If you guys notice how well all that water blew right off with the leaf blower, it's the beauty of nice ceramic coating. This thing is so good. I'm gonna miss it. The old trying to drive somewhere in a rush with the truck and not having enough gas. So stopping at Cumberland Farms at rush hour isn't gonna be fun. But anyway, this has been a really rough week with videos, and I'm sorry, I don't know why. It's been kind of tough commuting to the shop. I'm looking forward to getting back to Florida where I have a lot more projects lined up, smaller commute, which should be like next week or so. But thank you guys for hanging around. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you still enjoy the videos. I'm trying to do the best I can with the limited time that I have. I'm going to see a show tonight in Worcester, Enter Shikari. I don't know if any of you guys are anyone, but anyway, I gotta get there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.